Well, I'm Sarah Hall. I am the founder and CEO of Thin Gold Line Solutions. As a former dispatcher, that's what the Thin Gold Line is. It is the dispatcher or telecommunicator, whichever way you would like to know them. Do you have a rubber rain jacket? Have you ever worn anything like
Sure,
that?
yes.
Okay, great. So I'm going to need you to wear that rubber rain jacket. So just put that
Got it.
image on your mind. Okay. I'm also going to need for you to put on a heavy winter coat on top of that rubber rain jacket.
Got it.
So after about 5 minutes, how are you going to be feeling?
Probably warm.
A little warm. Okay, so let's go an hour.
Okay.
It's still zipped up all the way to the top. You can't move it. How are you going to be feeling after an hour?
Definitely overheated.
A little overheated. Okay, so let's go 5 hours. You can't take it off. You can't get any airflow in the car, obviously, because it's to your neck. How's that going to make you feel?
Awful.
Okay, what is your mentality going to be?
Probably distracted.
A little distracted? Are you going to be uncomfortable?
Yes.
Are you going to be able to focus on your job?
Probably not. Probably irritable.
So, okay, so let's go to a 14-hour shift. You're supposed to work 12.
Sure.
But you had a fatality that you had to go respond to, and 3 people died, including 1 infant. You still got on that rubber rain jacket and that winter coat. How are you feeling now?
It's a nightmare.
A nightmare. Okay, so that is what our law enforcement members feel like every day. They may say they work a 10, 12-hour shift, but more than likely it's 12 to 14 hours on a given day, and they're just like Chris. Frustrated, aggravated, hot, uncomfortable. That's their life. That's the gear that they have to wear. So let's imagine that Wake County SO gets a call, and the call is for a disabled vehicle on the Beltline. Chris gets up, pulls up behind the vehicle, and it's got South Carolina tags. Runs it in his little code box. It's fun. It's about 8:15 in the morning, by the way. What Chris doesn't know is that that driver committed a murder in South Carolina. This is his 3rd vehicle that he's stolen in the past 24 hours, and the owner of the vehicle hasn't woken up yet to know that their vehicle's been stolen. What is Chris fixing to walk into? Exactly. We're gonna be lucky if we see Chris at the end of the day. That is what we face every day in law enforcement. Before he even gets in the car to start his job, he's not wearing the proper gear that he needs to wear. Well, first off, let me show you what a vest looks like. This is a 2A tactical vest. This vest is not bulletproof. This is a ballistic gear that is resistant. Here's what I want you to understand. This is the lightest version that we have. The lightest one. You can imagine sitting in the car. You want to know why those cars run all day? It's because they got to wear gear like this. This vest does you no good if it's loose. It has to be tightly compressed and held in place so that it is the most efficient possible. Because if you can imagine being shot with a round of any ballistic caliber, this plate is going to move and then puncture a lung, break some ribs, cause you to be very uncomfortable if it stops the bullet. If. Well, that's where Talus Ridge comes in, because I got really tired of not knowing that comfort could meet the courage that I saw coming to the streets every day. For 4.5 years, I was a dispatcher for the North Carolina Highway Patrol. My boss always said, when a trooper comes in, ask your questions. So I did. They got really tired of me asking, why are you not wearing your vest? The answers that I got, it stinks. You can imagine it stinking, right? Wearing all that gear. It stinks, it's uncomfortable. I can't move in it. It causes me to have yeast infections anywhere that it rides on my body. It also causes open sores where the plates rub on my body, literal open sores. And I knew there needed to be a solution. I woke up at 2 o'clock that morning, had an initial design, and what we called initially 1041 Life. We now call it the Talus airflow system. As you can imagine, under that vest, there's no airflow, but it still has to be held on tight. Well, how do you do that? It's a real easy solution. And this is the first time anybody's seen the complete version of this. This is the Talus Ridge airflow system. Now, what this does is these spacers allow for the vest to be held tightly on the body while still allowing air to flow. Now, how do I know this? I wore it the other day. Like I got this on Friday. Let me tell you, Saturday, I was in the car, I was riding around town, I went all the way to Dunn, spent 5.5 hours in the car. The first thing my troopers always said to me, Sarah, I can't feel any air. I had air down to here. I wore it just like this. 4 spacers on the front, 4 spacers on the back. I had complete airflow through this system, which is amazing. But not only that, I'm gonna take it one step further with this shirt. We are actually going to have this made out of a fabric that has a cooling material built into the shirt. So when they start to sweat, it'll kick in like a menthol does and cool you off, which is really important because your body temperature is what keeps you comfortable. And we're gonna test that when we get the coating done on the shirt. Pardon me, but I really wanted you to see what it actually looks like on a real human, because it is different when you talk about a human versus a mannequin. So it's as simple as this. Every morning they'll get up, they get packs of shirts. It's not just a single shirt. Nobody wants to wear one shirt for a week. If they work 5 rotations, they're gonna get 5 shirts.
Is that Velcro?
It is Velcro, and it's Vel Stretch is what's on the shirt. So it will actually move with the shirt. They're gonna know very quickly where these need to be placed. And it'll add about 90 seconds to their prep time every morning. So what usually happens when you wear a vest, the vest rubs against your body. That no longer happens. The vest moves with your body instead of against it because it's finally got somewhere to rest. For the last 30 years, vests have been designed so that space was created on the back of the vest, but it still created the same problem. It rubbed against the body, causing pain and open sores and unsightly rashes that troopers and law enforcement members across the U.S. and across the world never wanted. Now, I rode in a car for about 4.5 hours, which is not nearly as long as a shift. Not only did it stay in place, but the shirt never moved. The shirt goes down to here on me, and it's got stay put or stay stretch on the bottom, and it never moves. That is one of the #1 complaints that I always had, was that my shirt would ride up, and so then your shirt's up to here, and you see them getting out of the car and they're readjusting everything. They don't have that anymore because we've solved that problem for them. I'm very excited. And I'm really excited that you guys got to see it first. Like this is really the first time it's been seen in public, so. Absolutely, light it up. Talus Ridge, where comfort meets courage.